Hello, my name is Chad Canner, and today we're going to be going over how to play the blues. So I got my saxophone. I hope you have yours as well. And basically, it's a concert B-flat blues. There are a whole bunch of different blues patterns. There's not one progression, so just be aware of that. And let's have fun with it. So check out this video. I'm going to go ahead and play a solo over this progression. We're going to be going over our 12-bar G blues or concert B-flat blues. So follow along with me. I'm going to be pointing at the chords as we progress through them. So just follow along. And let me get the background music going. So we're starting on the G scale first. Right here. Next chord. Next chord. Next chord. You're going to hear it change. See, key change. 2 bars. Back to G7, G7, and going to D7, C, and G for 2 bars. Let me go back to the beginning. G, you get the idea. So, let's go over what is a G7 chord. So a G7 chord is basically a G chord with a 7th note flat, and that's what that 7 means. So if we play that, let's say it's like a scale. It would be G, A, B, C, D, E, F natural, and G. So, right? So we could also use, if you want to look at the blues scales, if you printed them out, we could use our G blues in there, right? Easily, no problem. So when we get to the C blues, or C7 chord, we can play, or that represents C with the flat 7. That flat 7 is B flat. So basically, under the G part, it's kind of like the C scale, but starting on G. And the C scale, or the C7 is kind of like the F scale, but we're starting on C. Right? We can think about it like that too. You can put that C blues onto that C7. It works perfect, no problem. And then we're back to that G7. So same thing as in the beginning. We have 2 bars of that after that C7. So now we run into the D7. Basically same idea, but we have D, F sharp, A, and C natural. Not C sharp, but C natural, because that's what that 7 means. So we don't have too much time. You can arpeggiate that. You could put a scale of sorts in there. Just kind of remember the notes. And you can write them in on this. Or, well, I guess you can kind of write down, you know, D7 equals, and then write down what I'm saying. Might be good to take notes a little bit. So our next one, we have the C scale you can play, and then we have G. So you could do like G blues or something of that nature. So I'm going to give you a little demo, what we can do, possibly. And put on some background music. It up a little bit. Turn the background music off. And we're just gonna play the first 4 bars, and we're just gonna play a few notes, right? So we're gonna do just a few notes from the G blues. So we're gonna G, B flat, and C. You can do any order you want, right? So let's have you try it. Or I'll do a demo. let's have you try this. So we're kind of making it more minimal. You try it. First 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again. Remember, it's G, B flat, and C. Just like that. So let's move along. Let's take some other notes. So we're going to add in. We had G, B flat, and C. We're going to add an F in there. I'm going to do a demo. Show you what we can do. So I want you to try that. Now what I did is I went G, that's G, F, G, B flat, and then G, G, and then F, I should say. And then I changed it up at the end. So you don't have to do what I did, but just be aware of, just experiment, see what you can come up with. Let's have you try that. Do something on your own idea. Second measure. Third measure. Fourth measure. Okay, just like so. So, okay, let's add a couple other notes in there. We're going to add a C and a C sharp. So we have G, B flat, C, C sharp, and what the heck? We'll put a D, F, and G. So we're going to do the whole entire G blues. So give you an idea what we can do here. Right? So you try it. Do it a couple times for you. Second measure. Let's try it again. Just you. So play some notes. Try to make it sound good. G blues. There we go. So what about if we put a G major blues, right? So you can look up those notes are G, A, B flat, B natural, and then what do we have there? See if we can pick those out with your ears. G, A, B flat, B, D, E, and G, right? So let's try and put that in. I'm going to do one for you. The first 4 bars. Right? So a little different sound. So why don't we have you try that, right? Let's get going. Try it again, just you. So you can write down those notes. It's G, A, B flat, B natural, right? And then we have D, E, and G. So let's try that again, just you. And if you didn't write them down, go ahead and do it. There we go. Now let's do a little mix up. We're going to mix up the B flat or the major blues and the minor blues. A lot of carryover. Kind of gives it a little different flavor. A little happy, a little sad. Let's go ahead and try it on your own. We'll do it 2 times, just you. Let's try it again. You can hear where that C comes in right there, right? So speaking of that C, once we get to that point, we can do the C blues, right? That's an option. Or we can do like that dominant, the C7, we basically C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, and C, the octave. So we can improvise just on that too. Watch. Well, let me get over there. Once I get to C, I'll improvise. So, I don't know if you heard, I hit that G once we got to the G chord. So that's something you can think about when you're doing a real basic blues, trying to lock those chords in and the root notes in the beginning only. Eventually you can hit other notes within that chord. So, chord would be, in this case, C would be C, E, G, but I don't want to complicate the matters yet. So let's go ahead and try playing the C blues under these two measures, or under the C7 and the other C7, I should say. So let me start out the music here. So once we get to here, I'm going to point. Now improvise right here. And try and hit a G right there. All right, so let's try that again. Now this time try to improvise on G blues up on the top, right here. G blues again, more G blues. More G blues. Now hit a C and improvise on C blues. And hit a G right there. There we go. Okay. So this time we're going to keep on going, and then I want you to do the first two lines. So all four measures of the G7, two measures of the G7 or C7, and then the G7. So improvise G blues here, C blues here, and then try to nail the C here and play the G right here when you hear that chord right when you hit it. Or it hits the chord. Let's try it. I'm going to point to where we're at. Right here. C7. G7. There we go. I'm trying to hit D right here. There we go. Let's do it again. One more time. Let's look at that D. So that D chord, we could play basically, you almost think of it like a G scale. It's a D scale with a C natural. That'd probably be easy. You could throw a D blues in there. You don't have a lot of time to think. And then we have the C blues. You could also probably get by with doing G blues throughout that whole section, that whole line. It wouldn't sound quite as bad. But I would try to hit the D in the beginning here and the C here. And we kind of, if we can make our ideas where they kind of flow into C, like from B to C or D to C down, that kind of makes it handy. But I know we're just starting out, or you are. So let's get going. Let's do the whole entire thing and see if you can do an improvised solo. There. C7 right there. G7. C7 again. Now hit that G right there. Okay, there you go. D7. C. G. Now I'm going to take one. Now C7 right here. C7 still. G7. G7. D. C. And G chord. Now I'm going to actually add a copy of this so you can actually print the chords out. Not all the notes. I want you to kind of take notes as I'm speaking on the sheet here, the 12-bar G blues progression, I should say. So hopefully that helped you, and go ahead and I'm going to play one more through, and we're going to have a three times through so you can kind of just play around with it on your own. So continue with the video. Right here. G still. G. Now we're hitting C7. G7. D7. C. G. Back to the beginning. G7. 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 G7 again, and we're at C right here. G7. G7. Up to D7. C. G. And back to the beginning last time. And C7. C7 again. G7. D7. So if you feel like you want to improvise a little bit more, I personally enjoy it. Go ahead and rewind that video a little bit and kind of work through it. Have fun with it and experiment. You know, try not to get a rut. If you improvise too long in a row, you'll end up playing the same thing. So kind of develop some patterns. Realize we don't have to play everything within that structure that I gave you. It's just a groundwork for the beginning so we can start. So, but you do kind of want to keep somewhat grounded so it's not too crazy. Like what you heard and you want to check out more, this is going to be on my video course. It's coming up soon. The video was actually on the alto saxophone, but I'm going to be making one next year on the tenor saxophone as well. Same kind of idea. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and check out the link at the end.